It is, in fact, the 2012 NAB show. Hello, everyone. I'm Tyler Pyburn of the Pulse Network. Now, we're talking about the great content shift. Now, we've been talking with John Potter of the Radio Advertising Bureau. And, John, now, you've been talking about the need to ask more intelligent questions at the CNA to really get, enough information to create integrated media campaigns. That's what we had talked about prior. What's really the importance of presenting some of the integrated marketing recommendations, really, if you will?
Well, we started off years ago by having these sample questions, and it was difficult to get answers to the advertisers' needs in advance. We would go in and we would ask questions like, so how long have you been in business? What kind of your products or your primary products or services that you're making available? We would ask a lot of those kinds of questions. Today we don't need to do that because the information is out there. We can go to an advertiser's or a prospect's website. We have an opportunity to see what kinds of things that they're trying to sell. We can Google them and find out everything about their industry today. And we end up with a problem when we walk in where we say to an advertiser, if we were to say to an advertiser, hey, give me 15 minutes, tell me everything you know about your business. And I'm sure I can come up with a way to put a marketing plan for you together. That doesn't really play very well anymore. We have to have better questions. And some of the questions that we might ask are based on the knowledge, the homework we've done in advance going in. So that's why the client needs analysis is different than it's ever been before. It's more client-centric than it's ever been before. We have to understand their business. We have to know their profit centers. We need to know their distribution channels. How do we ask intelligent questions, extract good information to put together a campaign for them that includes integrated media, not just radio or not just online or streaming audio or mobile or social, but any one of those that happen to fit into their objectives and accomplish their needs.
You'd have to know what they've done in the past too, right? I mean, you have to know where they've spent or where they've actually been pushing out, whether it happens to be the traditional form or if we've seen that in the past you've been dabbling with new media and so on and so forth. You have to know what they've done in the past as well, right?
Ideally you want to, but it's hard to always do that, Tyler. As an example, I would have a very hard time tracking down all the advertising that they may be doing online. Are they advertising on a particular site? I can't look at all those sites before I go in. So those are the kind of questions that we do want to ask. And when we walk in, we might not say something to the effect of, tell me if you are advertising on the web, because I might have found a little bit of that. We say, I noticed that you're using some search engine optimization. Can you tell me, are you advertising on any other interactive? Or here's another question that is really strong. What are you thinking about experimenting with in the area of interactive advertising or digital advertising? Because that's going to open the door potentially for me to come back in and share some of that.
Exactly, and that goes back to, the traditional sales pitch of don't ask just a yes or no question, right?
Well, certainly we want to use open-ended questions to extract the information in the early stages. Maybe as we get a little bit deeper into the conversation, we're going to lead them into a yes.
A much more funnel, without a question. Open-ended questions for an open-ended conversation. I love it. He is John Potter of the Radio Advertising Bureau. I'm Tyler Pyburn of the Pulse Network. Thank you for being part of our conversation leading up to the 2012 NAB show.